Hello friends, welcome to Joe Newton online class. In this class, I want us to study this particular topic on the board, which is a topic in mathematics, and that topic is simultaneous equation. Simultaneous equation. But first of all, before we tackle the task on the board, we need to know or remind ourselves what we mean by simultaneous equation under algebra in mathematics. By simultaneous equation, we simply mean a pair of equations that will solve such that the values of the unknown variables remain the same in both equations. That is, assuming that we have x and y as the two variables in the two equations, the value of x in equation 1 will also satisfy the condition in equation 2. The value of y in equation 1 will also satisfy the condition or the value in equation what of the equation in equation what 2. That is, both values will make both equations to be what a true mathematical statement. By simultaneous action, a simple grammar. When you are sinking and sweeping, then you are doing simultaneous actions. Yes, so we undergo or perform simultaneous activities in our virtually everyday activity. So let us now look at the example. Meanwhile, we have three ways of solving simultaneous equation. We can solve it by substitution method, a case where you solve and after solving you substitute a value in the second equation or from the second to the first equation. Then we can also solve simultaneous equation using what we call elimination method. By elimination method, as the term implies, we eliminate a variable in order to find the other variable, after which we also now will find the value of the variable so eliminated. Then we still have graphical method of solving simultaneous equation. It can also come in word problem, but here on the board we have an example of a task that is required to be solved using substitution method specifically. Let us look at the question. The question says, solve the simultaneous equation below using substitution method. Okay, now look at the equation. X minus 2y is equal to 4, that is equation 1. Then 2x plus 5y is equal to 17, that is equation 2. Okay, solution. In solving this equation, first of all, we have that x minus 2y is equal to 4. And also, we are given that 2x plus 5y is equal to 17. So this is our equation 1. This is our equation 2. Now, in solving this equation, we have two unknown variables in both equations, that is x and y. Now, looking at these two equations now, using substitution method, we can now go to equation 1 and make x subject to the formula. Then whatever we get as the value of x in equation 1, or that stands for the value of x in equation 1, we now substitute it in equation 2. But you should be mindful of this condition. If you are making one variable subject formula in equation 1, then we are bound to substitute in equation 2. Then if we are to make one unknown variable there subject to the formula from equation 2, then we shall now substitute in equation 1. We do not substitute in the same equation from which we obtain the value of one of the unknown variables. That is the condition. Now, and to be guided, it is advisable you look at the variable that has 1 as its coefficient. So it will be simple for you to make the word substitution without much stress. Looking at this, we have from equation 1 above, we have x minus 2y. X minus 2y is equal to 4. So making x subject to the formula here, it will now have that x is equal to 4 minus 2y cross this side becomes plus 2y. So we can see that we now have a value for x. So this is the value for x. Now this value for x now, this gives us equation 3, we have developed a new equation, equation 3, for value of x. Now we substitute this value for x in equation what? 2, like I told you, because we obtained it from equation 1. Doing that, now let's substitute in equation 2. Doing that, whenever we see x in equation 2, we replace it with what? 4 plus 2y. That is what we mean by substitution. That is replacement. Okay, here we now have 2x plus 5y is equal to 17. That is the same equation 2. Now let us substitute. We have this x now is this. It will become, therefore it will become 2 bracket 4 plus 2y plus 5y is equal to 17. You see, this x now is replaced with what? 4 plus 2y, which we obtain from equation 1. Then the next is for us to open bracket, because there's a bracket here. Opening bracket, we have 2 times 4, have 8 plus 2 times 2y, 4y plus 5y is equal to 17. You can see now we are succeeding because we have like terms here, and that is the essence of doing that, so that we don't have two unknown variables in the same line of equation, because having so we cannot get the value. Now 4y plus 5y will give us 9y, so we have 8 plus 9y is equal to 17. Now making y, sorry for the formula, we have that 9y is equal to 17. 8 cross this sign becomes minus 8. So that will give us that 9y is equal to 17 minus 8 is give us 9, equals to 9. Therefore, we have that our y is equal to 9 divided by the coefficient of y, which is 9, equal to 1. So we have obtained the value of y from this pair of equations. So the value of y now is 1. Now, the next step is for us to do what? To substitute this value of y so obtained in any of the equations in order to obtain the value of the other variable, which is what? X. So that is the next step. Now, for want of space, I have to clean this on the board here for us to continue. Okay. Remember, our y is equals to what? 1. Then, so for value of x, we now substitute y equals to 1 in any of the equations, because the pair of equations are like twins. The value of y here is the same thing here, so you can choose either of the equations. We have about 3 equations developed. So this one, let us use equation 1. You can even put it in equation 2 and still get your answer once you simplify correctly. So in equation 1, it is advisable you choose any of the equations that seems to be what? Simple in its what? Appearance or order or arrangement. I mean the terms. Now look at this. Now we have that equation 1 says that x minus 2y is equal to 4. Therefore, our y is 1. X minus 2 bracket 1 is equal to 4. Please, to replace, substitute for y does not mean when you come here, you delete y and put 1, making it 21. And that will be funny. So this 2y means 2 times y. So when you want to substitute the value of y, you now do it in line with the relationship existing there, which is multiplication. That is 2 bracket 1, which means 2 times value of y. Okay, so we now have x minus 2 times 1 is 2 is equal to 4. Then x will be equal to 4 minus 2 cross over, it becomes plus 2. Therefore, our x is equal to 6. Then finally, we have that our x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 1. That's our answer for that question. We can run a check of an exercise to know if our answer is true with respect to this equation statements. Now, so we have finished solving the calculation. Just for sake of scholastic exercise or verification, look at it. The statement says that x, there's a number that when you minus it, x minus 2 times another number gives us 4. Now let us check it. You can see that if x is actually 6 and y is actually 1, 6 minus 2 bracket 1, what will it give us? That is the equation 1. I want to verify it. 6 minus 2 times 1 is 2. So 6 minus 2, you can see that 6 minus 2 is 4. So the first statement is correct. So the values of the two variables obtained must be true with respect to the word, the statement of the equation. Okay, let's look at equation 2. One may ask, what about equation 2? And it must satisfy the both. It must be true for the both equations. Let's look at equation 2. From equation 2 says that 2x plus 5y is equal to 17. Let us verify. If our x is 6, therefore 2 bracket 6, 2x means 2 times x, 2 bracket 6 plus 5 bracket, our y is 1, 5 times 1. What will it give us? It will give us 2 times 6 is what? 12. Plus 5 times 1 is what? 5. Sorry, 5 times 1 is 5, which will give us what? 17. 17. So confirmed. You can now see that our answers are correct for the mathematical statements of the word simultaneous equations given. Thank you so much for paying attention to this particular class. I believe you enjoyed this lesson with me. You can now solve any simultaneous equation using substitution method. In the next class, we are going to look at the other method, which is elimination method, and subsequently even graphical method. For more of these solutions in mathematics and physics, do not hesitate to visit my YouTube channel at Joe Newton Online Class. There, you have to subscribe for notifications as I upload more tutorial videos. You can also follow me on my Facebook page, the same Joe Newton Online Class, even TikTok and Instagram, and enjoy mathematics and physics with me. Thank you and God bless you.